What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can qualify leads automatically by creating a simple automation in make.com. So let's get started. To qualify our leads, I've created a form in Typeform. I have renamed to lead qualification form. In this form, we're asking our leads a series of questions to qualify them. The first question that we're asking them is for them to fill out their personal information. So here they're going to fill in their first name, last name, their email, and their company name. The second question that we're asking them is the industry they're in, and here they're going to type in their answer. The third question that we're asking them is what services or products do you currently offer, and here they're going to fill in the answer. The fourth question we're asking them is, are you the decision maker of this project? Here they're going to use the yes or no option. The fifth question that we're asking them is, do you have a monthly or quarterly budget for this project? And here they can either choose the yes or no options over here. If they have a budget, we can proceed to work with them as clients. If they do not have a budget for this project, we can choose to disqualify them. The sixth question that we're asking them is, when are you looking to start this project? And here they can choose either of these options over here. The seventh question that we're asking them is, what challenges are you currently facing? And here they're going to type in the answer. The eighth question that we're asking them is, what tools or platforms are you using right now? And here they're going to type in the tools they're using in the agency or the business. And the last question we're asking them is, what kind of support are you looking for? Here, they'll proceed to choose either of these options over here. So this is the form that we're going to attach either to our website, our ads, for them to fill in so we can qualify them automatically. Using this automation that we're going to set up right here. Since we're using Typeform to qualify our leads, here I'll search for Typeform, then click on Typeform. Here we're going to use a watch response trigger. You can see we have two watch responses triggers. The difference between the two, the one with instant, it instantly triggers after the lead submits the form. But the one with acid only, you need to choose when you like to trigger automation. Since this is an example, I like to use the one with acid only. Here, you need to create a connection between your Typeform account and Make by clicking on Add. Give your connection a name, then click on Save. Then on the new window that pops up, choose the account that you like to connect to Make. Then after creating your connection, choose your connection right here. I'm going to limit it to one. Then here I'm going to choose our form. Our form was the lead qualification form right here, and then here I'm going to click on Save. You can see now it's asking me to choose where you like to start. You can choose start from now, since a specific date, or choose manually. I'm going to choose from now, then click on Save. In Typeform, I'm going to click on Share, so we can grab the link of this form and fill it in the lead. I'll copy the link to this form and open it on a new tab. You can go ahead and fill out our form as an example lead. So I'm going to fill out my first name, last name, email, and company name. After adding my first name, last name, email, and company name, I'm going to click on OK and choose the industry that I'm in. You can say in the automation industry and click on OK. What services do I offer? I can say automation services. And here I'll click on OK. If the decision maker, I can say yes. Do you have a monthly or quarterly budget for this project? Yes. When are you looking to start? We can say yes up. What challenges are you currently facing? Can say lead generation. Then click on OK. What tools are you using? Can say you're using ClickUp as our project management tool, and click on OK. What kind of support are you looking for? Done for you. Then I'm going to click on submit. Your leads are being generated. So now I'll go back to our form. Now we can run this module and see if we've captured our information that we just filled in. We captured our information right here. We captured our first name, last name, email, company name, the industry, the services, the problem they were facing, the tool that we're using, and the kind of support that we're looking for. That's awesome. So now that our list has filled in our form, we can proceed to qualify them. Yeah, we can wait a few seconds to qualify them. So on tools, I'll search for the sleep module. We can delay for 30 seconds and then click on save. Now after delaying for 30 seconds, now we can proceed to qualify our leads. So on flow control, I'll click on router. We can qualify our leads based on what they filled in our form. So we can qualify them based on if they have a budget or if they do not have a budget. So if they do not have a budget, we can send them an email telling them that they're not qualified. Or if they have a budget, we can proceed to summarize their submission and send it to our team. And then we can proceed to add these leads to a CRM and then send them a qualification email. So here we can choose to disqualify them first. I'll delay for example, let's say 3 seconds first before we send them an email. And here we can also delay for let's say 3 seconds before we start summarizing their responses. Now here we can set up a filter. Here I'm going to label it to disqualified and say the condition will be that if they do not have a monthly budget, we're going to send them a disqualification email. So here If the text operator for the budget is no, we proceed to send them a disqualification email. So here I've searched for email module, and I've labeled it to disqualified email. So we're disqualifying this lead. Here we're adding the email address that they filled in our form. Subject line of this disqualified email is on the lines of your interest in working together. Content type, I'm going to choose plain text. And the content of this email could be on the lines of hi first name. Is your first name? We're adding right here. Thank you so much for taking the time to fill out our form and share more about your goals. I really appreciate your transparency and the insights you provided. After reviewing your responses, it sounds like you're not currently in a place to invest in the type of support we offer. To ensure we deliver the highest level of service and result, we typically work with clients who have a set budget and are ready to move forward within a defined timeline. That said, I love to stay in touch when the timing is right. In the meantime, if it's helpful, I'm happy to share a few free resources that might support you where you are right now. Wishing you all the best as you continue building. And we are signing off as Becky. They do not have a budget. We're going to send them this disqualified email. I'll set up a filter and label it to qualified. And the condition you can say this. So if they have a budget, so if the text operator over here is yes, we can proceed to now, first of all, summarize their responses that they submitted in our form. So we can send the submission to our team in Slack. I'm going to summarize the submission using AI. In my case, I'm going to use Gemini. So I'll open Gemini. Then here I'll click on create a completion. I'll rename this module to lead summary. And then here, like we did with the other module, you'll also need to create a connection between your Gemini account and Make. Here, rename your connection. Add your API key right here. To get your API key, just open this link on a new tab where you'll create your API key and come and add the key right here. And click on save to create your connection. Since I had already created my connection, I'm going to choose my connection right here. For the AI model, I'm going to choose Gemini 2.5 Flush. Role, I'm going to choose the role of the user. The message type is going to be text. And the prompt will be on the lines of create a short, clear summary of this qualified lead to share with our team in Slack. Format it as a quick read message. We can remove this over here. Format it as a quick read message where helpful. Do not include any bullet points, asterisks, headers, or extra formatting, just the summary. And then here we're including their name, company name, if there's a decision maker, the industry they're in, services they offer, key pain points, tools they're using, the timeline, if they have a budget, and support that they're looking for. Then we're concluding the prompt by saying, use complete sentences and aim for a friendly professional tone, like a note you drop in the team's channel, so the team can quickly understand who this prospect is and how we can help them. And here I'm going to click on save. We can run automation and see the summary that our module is going to generate for us. So here, I'll now fill out our form again. Instead, I'm going to choose where to start. I choose our previous submission. Choose the submission right here and click on save, and then I'll run automation. Our automation ran successfully. Here you can see that they have a budget. If they have a budget, they're automatically qualified. And now we are generating a summary similar to this one right here to send to our team in Slack. The summary is on the lines of hi team. We have a great new qualified lead. Here's their name. They're the decision maker at this company. They're in automation industry, providing automation services, and are really feeling the pain around lead generation. They are currently using ClickUp and looking for a done-for-you solution as soon as possible, confirming they have a budget for this. That is amazing. So now we have qualified our leads, and we have generated a summary to send to our team. Now to send this message to our team, I'm going to use Slack. So I'll search for Slack, click on Slack, and here I'm going to click on create a message module. So in Slack, like we did with the other modules, you also need to create a connection between your Slack account and Make by clicking on add. Connection type, choose Slack user. Here rename your connection, and then click on save. On the new window that pops up, choose the account that you like to connect to Make. And after choosing the account, your connection will be created. Since I had already created my connection, I'm going to close it. Choose my connection right here. Here I'm going to select my channel from the list. My channel type is public channel, and then here I'm going to find the channel that our team is in. For example, I'm going to choose Lax as our channel. Now for the text, I'm going to add the results that we generated here from Gemini. And here I'm going to click on OK. And we can rename this to team notification. And then here I'm going to click on save. And then now here, I'll wait a few seconds. So on tools, I'm going to click on sleep module, and then we can delay for let's say 3 seconds and click on save. And now we can proceed to add our leads to our CRM. In that case, I'm going to use monday.com. So here I'll click on Monday. So in Monday, I've created this workspace that I've renamed to Lax Automation Workspace. In this workspace, I have this board that I've renamed to Qualified Agency Clients. And here's where we're going to add our qualified clients. We're collecting their full name, their status, we're assigning them as intake. We're adding their first name, last name, email, company name, the industry they're in, services they offer, challenges they're facing, timeline, tools they're using, support they're looking for, if they are the decision maker and if they have a budget, to add our qualified leads to this board on Monday, on monday.com, search for create an item module and click on it. We did it at the modules. You'll also need to create a connection right here by clicking on add, then renaming your connection right here, then adding your API key over here. To get your API key on Monday, click on your profile, then click on administration, then click on connection, then click on personal API token. Here you'll find API token. All you have to do is regenerate it and copy it, and come and paste it right here, and click on save to create your connection. Since I had already created my connection, I'm going to close it. And then for the item name, I'm going to add the first and last name of our lead. So I'm going to add the first name, then space, last name. Board, I'm going to choose a qualified agency clans board. Group ID, I'm going to choose a qualified clans. Then here, I'll add values to our columns on Monday with the data that we captured using Typeform. So the first column I'm going to choose is the budget column. We're going to add the values to this column using the data that we captured in Typeform. Then I'll add a new item, choose a new column, choose the challenges column. Here we're going to add the value right here. Then I'll add a new item, choose a new column, choose company name. I'm going to add the company name here. Then here we'll add the value of the company name. Then I'll add a new item, choose a new column, and choose a decision maker column. Add its value right here. Then add a new item, choose a new column. I'm going to choose the email column. Here we're going to add the email over here. You can also add the email as a text. Then add a new item, choose a new column, and choose the first name column. And then add the value for the first name over here. Add a new item, choose a new column, and choose the industry. And add the value for the industry. Add a new item, choose a new column, and choose last name as a column. Add the value for the last name over here. I'll add a new item, choose a new column. I'm going to choose the services column. Then add the value for the services that they offer, which is over here. Add a new item, choose a new column. I'm going to choose the status column. You can choose to label it qualified. Then add a new item, choose a new column. I'm going to choose the support and add the value right here. Then add a new item, choose a new column. I'm going to choose the timeline column. Add the value for the timeline over here. Then add a new item, choose a new column. I'm going to choose the tools column and add the value for the tools over here. And then here I'm going to click on save. After we've added them on Monday, you can delete this record. So we can add a new record over here. So after we've added them on Monday, we can send them a welcome email. For email, click on email, then click on send an email module over here to label it qualified email. Then here we're going to add the email address that we captured using Typeform. Subject line of this email could be in the lines of "you're a great fit." Let's move forward. Content type, I'm going to choose plain text, and the content of this email could be in the lines of "hi, first name." Thanks again for taking the time to fill out our form. I had a chance to review your responses, and based on what you shared, you're a strong fit for what we do here at Lux. It sounds like you are clear on the challenges you're facing and ready to take action, which is exactly the kind of momentum we'll have to support. I'll have to schedule a quick call to dive deeper into your needs and walk you through how we can help you generate qualified leads. Would you be available for a quick 20 to 30 minutes call this week? Here's a link to my calendar so you can pick a time that works best for you. And here we're sharing a link to our calendar. Looking forward to connecting, Brandon. Then here I'm going to click on save. Leads are filling out our form and submitting the information. Then we're capturing the information using this module right here. And you're waiting for a few seconds. Then we're qualifying them or disqualifying them right here based on the fact that they have a budget. So if they do not have a budget, we are sending them this disqualified email. And then if they're qualified, we're waiting for a few seconds and summarizing what they just submitted right here using this AI module. And then we are sending the results to our team via Slack. Then we're waiting for a few seconds and then adding the information that they submitted in Typeform right here on Monday and sending them a qualified email. To test our automation first, I'm not going to fill out our form again. So I'm going to choose where to start. You can choose our previous submission that we did, which is this one right here. Click on save and then I'll run automation again. Ran successfully. Capture our previous submission right here with our leads data. We delay for a few seconds. Since they have a budget right here, you can see they do have a budget. That's why they are qualified. Then we're summarizing the submission right here with what they submitted over here. Then we are sending the summary to our team via Slack. This is the summary over here. Then we're delaying for a few seconds, then adding the information that they submitted over here to our board on Monday and sending them this qualified email. the content, you can see the content of the email that we're sending them right here with the link to schedule for a call. In Monday, you can see we added a new lead over here. Here's the full name, the status is qualified, here's the first name, last name, email address, company name, the industry, service, challenges they're facing, timeline, tools, kind of support they're looking for, if there's a decision maker and if they have a budget. You can also see the emails that we're sending them right here. Here's the subject line. This is the body of the email. The email, we're also linking a link for them to schedule for a call. Obviously, this email is not a real email. You can see the address was informed. But this is the email that we're going to send them if they are qualified using the simple automation that we created in Make. Try to send them this disqualified email. You can try to disqualify them. So to do that module, I'm going to choose where to start. Start from now. Click on save. In our form, I'm going to refresh it again to fill it out again. We're going to fill out their first and last name, email and company name. This is their first name, last name, the email, and their company name. Then I'm going to click on OK. The industry, we can say Sean. Click on OK. Service, you can say they offer automation services. And click on OK. Are you the decision maker? You can say no. Do you have a budget? You can say no. You can say within 3 months. For the challenges, you can say lead generation. Tools, you can say Monday.com. Say consulting. Then click on submit. I'll go back to automation and then run automation. Automation ran successfully. Here we capture the information right here using this module, and the difference is that they are not the decision maker and they do not have a monthly budget. Then we're delaying for a few seconds and then disqualifying them over here based on the fact that they do not have a budget. And then we're proceeding to send them this disqualified email. This is the content of the email, and this is the subject line of the email. They fill out our form again, and they were qualified. For example, like we did with our previous submission right here, and run automation. Capturing the information using Typeform. We are qualifying them since they do have a budget. Then we're summarizing the submission using AI and sending the summary to our team via Slack over here. Then we're waiting for a few seconds and adding the submission to our board on Monday, and then sending them this qualified email. So in Monday, you can see we have a new record right here of a qualified lead. Is a full name, status, first name, last name, email, company name, industry, service, challenges, timeline, tools they're using, support they need, decision maker, and if they have a budget here. And this is the email that we are sending them if they're qualified. There's a link to a calendar for them to schedule for a call over here using automation that we created right here on Make. And here you can see the email that we're sending them if they're disqualified. So this is the subject line of the email. This is the body of the email, telling them that we are not a fit to work together. Using this automation that we created right here in Make.com. Our lead qualification automation works perfectly. Here we're capturing the submission for leads information that they have filled in using our form. Then we're waiting for a few seconds. Then we are qualifying them or disqualifying them right here based on the fact that if they have a budget. So if they do not have a budget, we're disqualifying them, and then we're sending them this disqualified email, which is similar to this email here. We're telling them that we are not a fit to work together. Then if they are qualified, we are waiting for a few seconds and then writing a summary of the submission right here using AI. And then we're sending our team the summary via Slack. Then we're waiting for a few seconds and adding their submission that they added via Typeform to a board on Monday. And then we are proceeding to send them a qualified email. So on Monday, you can see we added a new lead over here to our board. And this is the email that we are sending to our leads if they are qualified, with a link for them to schedule for a call in our calendar using the simple automation that we created in Make.com. If you have an automation or a system in mind that you'd like for me to create using Make.com, just comment down below in the comment section. And if I land on your comment and I find it intriguing, I'll come back on a future video showing you how to create the entire system or automation from scratch using Make.com. But for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.